In this lesson, we want to look at how who is doing what drives the specific elements of your marketing, service, or outreach effort. We want to tie these activities back to the passions, lifestyles, and causes that create the connection to your social media program at the outset. The place where we want to start is understanding customer activities on the social web. So here we have a chart taken from the Forrester Groundswell Profiler, and you'll see that this tan bar, which is people joining social communities, drops off with age. Now, where we may be tempted to sort of think, okay, so social media is for young people, that's really not a sufficient understanding of what's going on here. This is, to be sure, people that are joining social communities, the tan-colored line that I'm talking about right now. What that really says is, sure, younger people tend to join more online social activities and so on. We kind of understand that. A couple of things to be aware of, though. If your audience is not like, sort of average, for example, when I worked with the AARP advocacy groups, clearly 55 and over, huge component of online participation in social groups and social activities. But if we're talking kind of across, mainstream groups and whatnot, this behavior, this younger to older, that certainly is evident. The other thing to keep in mind is that this group, this 18 to 24, this is aging. And as this ages, those behaviors move up in the chart. So as you sort of look forward, keep in mind that what's 18 to 24 today is going to be 25 to 34 just a few years from now. But the other real insight here is this blue line, this one up here. High percentage of 18 to 24-year-olds watching what's going on with social. In other words, reading ratings and reviews, comments, kind of seeing what's happening. Very high percentage at 55 and over doing exactly the same thing. So if your business depends on joining a social network, if your activity for the social web, for example, the campaign that you want to create depends on joining a social network, it's probably more suitable for a somewhat younger demographic. If your campaign, on the other hand, or your social media program depends on ratings, reviews, sort of that casual participation, it is much more likely to be applicable across a wide range of age groups. So keep that in mind as we go forward. Consumption, participation, clearly indicators of this trend toward more people across age groups using, and it really begins with this idea of sort of watching and seeing what's going on and then getting into the networks. And then again, obviously, if your audience or the group that you're going after is highly specific, you've really got to dig in and understand specifically what they are doing, because it could be very different than what most people like them are doing. Second big thing here is understand your customer's passion. Understand what really motivates them. We want to get people rallying around the brand and motivated around the brand, but very often that's not really where customers bond. They bond at big passions, green and sustainability, watchdogs and transparency groups, service enhancements, people that really have a strong passion against certain brands, cause-related efforts, all of these kinds of things. These are really kind of the fundamental connection points for most people into social and certainly community-related activities. So as you build out your brand marketing components on the social web, be sure to think about how people relate what you're doing to their personal passion, lifestyle, cause, those kinds of things. If you can put that connection in place, your program will be in a much better spot. So again, who is doing what should be the driver of your fundamental marketing program, your social media marketing program. Understanding who is engaging in what activities, whether they're watching, participating, joining, all of that sort of thing. This is a fundamental consideration when you plan your social media marketing effort. And then secondly, tying any of these activities, any of the social activities, back to the passions, lifestyles, and causes of the people that you want to participate with or alongside. This is what really creates that strong connection into your social media program.